What? Hello, friends.
Hello, everyone. I promise I will turn around as soon as I finish my assignment.
What assignment is that?
To find the comic books that I want to share tonight.
Oh.
It's a very important assignment.
Very important.
And hello, Joe B1 Kenobi.
Oh, Joe's here?
I'm here.
Joe is
I'm
here.
present and accounted for.
Is Mercury in retrograde right now? Will someone look that up and tell me if that's a thing?
Mercury is in my Gatorade for sure.
Is it really? That's why he's here.
Anita says, hello, everyone. I love that intro. Did you see any aliens?
Aliens.
I actually, let me just, while Jamie looks for his comics, hot off the press, Mexico had its press conference regarding aliens yesterday. And not only did they have a press conference, they brought out the evidence. And it's this little alien chingadera. I mean, it's like 1,000 years old.
They had a sarcophagus. They had a sarcophagus, like 3 of them.
What? Are you serious?
It was craziness. Yeah.
You didn't tell me this.
Well,
somebody
you're not
will
on
say.
TikTok.
Some people say it's photoshopped or AI created.
Joe will say that.
Well, because Joe didn't shoot it with his iPhone.
Yeah, because Joe's. Speaking of iPhones, while Jamie looks for his iPhones, Joe, are you going to get the new iPhone?
He already got it.
Yes. I can't order it until the 15th, but I will order it.
He's on speed dial.
Apple fanboy. Yes.
There you go.
Oh, that's what. Hold on. Let me just.
Why did I get
I'm
an
change
email?
my thing. That's even better.
Why did I get an email that I could pre-order?
You can pre-order.
Why didn't you?
I did, but I don't want to pre-order. I'm going to go ahead and order it.
You know what? Because I did the pre-order last time, and I got it in before, even though I ordered it before everybody else.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, did you hear about the gesture thing for the new Apple Watch? Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't listen to any of it, honestly.
Okay, so there's a way. If something pops up on your Apple Watch, you can. What they were touting is that you could do this, the double tap with your finger, and it would clear out. You can set it to clear notifications or whatever. It's already part of your watch.
Oof! How embarrassing!
Yeah. So if you go into your watch settings on your phone and then go to accessibility, there's something that you can turn on called gestures, and you can set it to do that. They just now are promoting it to make it seem like it's better. But I haven't watched 6. Mine is a 6, and it has it. So it's got back.
Oh my God. I was going to say, I thought that was already a thing. It's called gestures or something.
Yeah, it's called gestures. So they're doing this. So you do this as a double tap, and then you can even close your fist, and that's a gesture. And then there's one where you do the single. But they're trying to get people used to doing those type of gestures because of the Apple Vision, the AI, or not AI. What's it called? What is that called? The where you look at something and it's not really there, but it looks like it's there.
Deja vu.
No. Augmented reality. They're augmented reality.
You explained that so well, Joe.
outside when it looks like
What are
it's
we
there,
even
but it's not
talking
there.
about? I
That's
forgot what we were
yes, it
talking
is.
about.
I explained that very well, I think.
I mean,
Speaking of,
if anybody else is getting breast augmentation, please put it in the comments.
yeah, so I'm hoping to get so I'm still debating if I'm going to get, because I just have the Pro, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get the Pro Max,
Which is the big one, right?
which is the big one here. Right?
So I have the big one, and I'm like, I think I'm going to go back to the little one.
That's what he said.
So I've been debating myself. I was like, but I really like the compactness of this one. But the big one has a different camera, and what's the other thing it has? It's different. Oh, its minimum size is 256 gigabytes. So
the price tag.
That's usually what I get. Is like the biggest one. Jim says nice koozie. Where did he see a koozie at?
Who's got the koozie?
And Jim also said, "What is a mirage?"
It's a place in.
Oh, good eye.
That's
Are you advertising your other YouTube channel while you're on our show?
No. This is a koozie that I got from this leaf slayer. And I use it. So did you know that if you put these things on your drinks, it keeps it cool longer?
Yeah.
I use those at tailgating. Absolutely work.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah, they're pretty
You
fancy.
see where he's putting it?
Yeah.
He's augmenting his reality.
He is. He's doing a little product placement there.
He is.
Sandy,
Just the titch.
That's him.
Hi, Jim. Thank you for being on our show. Joe, you missed it.
What did I miss?
Let me tell you this. Jim made mine and Jamie's evening.
Okay.
He spoke so highly of us.
Yeah, he did.
And I was blushing, and I wasn't even watching it live. Thank you so much. I don't think he knows who you are, but anyway, it's okay.
So I have been a little absent the last couple of episodes, so I can see that. So it's fine.
I appreciated him because he went back and watched some of our old episodes, and he was all like, "Dude, Sandy, that's your co-host, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, she is hilarious. She's so funny."
And now, okay, because y'all know I'm a little slow sometimes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the pressure is on. Now I have to be funny.
That is true. You have to be funny.
Now I have to be, because I'm like, I don't usually try to be.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see the video later.
Natural.
It was so stinking cute, though.
Oh,
he
gosh,
was literally
in the comments.
Guns down. Why is he doing
that? Don't make me. Well, I know.
He was probably telling me to put my chicken strips down.
No. We know Chon.
We know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
and that's my thing too. Is like everyone's like hating on them right now, and I'm just like, dude, this is a second game. Oh, this is a second game.
Yeah, I get so sick of people. We're on football now because of Chon. We're on football.
Yeah. Because he competed. I was like, if you look at the positive side of things,
shit.
And you wonder why I haven't accepted his friend request.
Right. Never gonna happen. Anita said Sandy's still waiting for the stand-up comedy. I know, Anita. I have to get some courage.
That's right. You were supposed to do a stand-up.
No, I'm not supposed to. No. I said I'm working on that. That's something that's a goal of mine.
You know what?
And Joe's gonna do it.
That's right.
And he's gonna go before me.
Yes.
So I bomb, and then anybody after me is gonna be great.
No, because I've already got like things I'm gonna say about you.
You're like, okay, so I'm glad to get that guy off the stage, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hey, Sandy.
Now that the Asians have left the building, no, not really.
Why is the top of your head cut off so much?
Because my light is here, and I'm like trying to my room is kind of empty. So guess what? I was actually going to be at my new house, but we had to run back home, and I was like, I'm not gonna have enough time. I just have to bring all my stuff back over here. So hold on a second. Hey, John Harville, how are you?
What up, John?
Anita said, my Dallas Cowboys have nothing to do with Chon's comments.
Well, I will tell Anita, I watched highlights of the game, and they looked pretty good.
I remember seeing the score was like 40-0.
Yeah, the Giants. Oh my gosh, it was. I felt so bad for those guys, especially the quarterback. He was basically in the dirt for the Giants. Is Daniel Jones? He was actually in the dirt. I don't know, like 10 or 15 times.
Oh my!
They got to him so much. It was really bad. But part of that's the the bad offensive line, but the Cowboys have a really good defensive line. So
speaking of the Cowboys, I heard that who's the quarterback?
Dak Prescott.
I heard that he had to go under anesthesia to get tattooed.
Yeah,
I
heard that too.
To get a tattoo.
Is that not a thing? Do people not do that?
No, that is.
Dude, I've done like 8-hour sessions. No anesthesia.
So what happens is, we actually have what's it called? We have a mat that has like the acupuncture needles on the back of it. Mm-hmm. So I've been laying on that. I haven't done it recently, but so you lay on your back.
So what reminded you about that?
Well, because it's the same thing. You get a tattoo. Like it hurts at first, but then you just get used to it.
It hurts so good.
I like hurt so good feelings, right? Like sometimes on your foot, there's that one spot, and you're like, "Oh, it hurts," but keep pushing. It's like yes.
I don't like feet talk.
So whenever I do assisted stretching, that hurts good.
Are you still doing assisted stretching?
Oh yeah, I even paid for my employees to get to do it the other yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he has a portable table.
Joe is such a good boss. He shows up at 11 o'clock and leaves at 2 o'clock after lunch.
Which leads me to this comment here. Sandy is my new hero, and Jamie's TED Talk was so inspiring. Oh. And Joe, I don't know much about him. Neither do his employees, Jim. I think he's a photographer that leaves work early when there's no AC.
You damn straight. Oh, I can't work in those conditions.
Jim, you know enough.
That sums it up, really.
That's really good for someone that doesn't know me. That's
right. John says, "Oh, I don't know if I can read this."
What is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what I think it is?
That's cowboy hate right there. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
7-time. What does that mean?
Trying to say 7-time Super Bowl champs. That's what he's trying to say.
Ooh, fine. Not even in this century, have they?
Right, exactly.
It still doesn't take away their championships, okay, Sandy? Like they're still legitimate.
No, I'm not taking away. I'm just saying, like in my lifetime, I don't think it's happened.
It has not.
No comment.
Especially in mine, because I'm
7-time it of his tip. Okay, let's see. He had an entire leg tattooed. It was his mom and brother's memorial, history done on his leg. It was very detailed.
Yeah, see, that's why he needed anesthesia.
Anyway.
Samoans, they don't even use a gun. They use a little thing and they use a hammer.
Sea urchin needle, don't they?
Yeah,
they get a sea urchin needle and a rock, and they're just like all over your face, and they're like, "Open your lip, come on, we got to get in there."
Right, exactly.
They're like, "Pull your eyelids open, we got to get behind there too." I don't know why I gave Samoans like a Texas Spanish accent.
Yeah, that was
you did. That's crazy.
Weird.
That was something. John like photographs tattoo artists for a living. John, what's the longest session? Not for a living. I take that back. I don't know why I said that. John, I'm sorry.
We're all feeling the pressure of Jim being on here. We're
saying things that don't even happen. Oh my God.
But wait, we just started, so give us some more time.
Let me tell you what did happen to me. So Starbucks for me is overwhelming. Y'all know a lot of things overwhelm my little brain. No, that too.
Okay.
So I get up there and I'm like practicing. I'm like, okay, grande mocha latte. Okay, I tell that to myself. That's what I'm gonna get. Tell me why I get up there and I order venti cappuccino, like mocha cappuccino. I'm like,
she was going this way, and then at the last minute, her brain was like, "Oh wait, what was that?"
And then they're like, anything else? And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even want that to begin with. And so now I've got to stick with it, right? Because now they've already punched it in the computer.
I don't know. You have to. In my world, you don't, but okay.
Because the person over there is listening to your order. They're not even waiting for the thing to print up. They're listening, and you've already said it. They're like a third of the way done by the time you pay.
Well, that's not true. because I still roll up and have to wait, and then I have to tip them.
Was this right
And
before
then
the
we have to
weekend?
have an awkward conversation. Like, how are you today? And I'm like,
You are amazing. Let me just say, because you follow the social norms and constructs there, and you work hard, so hard at it.
no, I don't really say anything. I act like I'm on the phone. It's early. It's too early for me. Like, that's a lot of me to have to. I
agree.
coffee.
That's how I feel when I go get my haircuts. I'm like, just don't talk
What did
to
he
me.
say?
Just leave me alone.
Because remember, Jamie moans.
Oh, that's right.
No, when they do
No.
when they do the massage hair part, yes, I own that. I'm okay with that. But when they
No.
go cutting my hair,
And they want to talk to you.
I'm like, stop. You don't need to do any of that.
I feel sorry for my hairstylist when she has to do all of this. I mean, we go from like birth to current. That's how much time we got.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of though, I was getting my hair cut this weekend, and when she was working on, touching up my beard and everything.
But she did a really good job. I hope you tipped her well.
Yes, I did actually. There was a point where I was just too comfortable. And I'm just like this, and she's like, and then the next thing I know is I can feel myself drifting off, and I go like this. She goes, "Oh, falling asleep," and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
She's like, "Oh, falling asleep." That's your fault.
You're bad.
Oh,
You're
my
bad.
God.
So let me catch up on these comments. John says, "Weakling over a tattoo."
John, have you ever photographed? What's our guy, Rudy? Here in Lubbock? There in Lubbock?
No, he's from John is not from. He's from California.
He's not from around here.
So that's maybe.
He's only he passes through Lubbock to get to San Antonio, but he doesn't really have to pass through Lubbock unless he stops.
And his studio is like where he photographs is a studio in California, if I remember correctly. Well, I photograph a lot of tattoo artists. Well, hello, Momager.
Oh my goodness, the Momager.
Hi.
Long time no see. I hope you're doing well.
Yes. And I don't know why Sean is including this comment in here.
He just wants it. You threw your stinking mad emoji at us. We saw it pop up there like a few minutes ago. And then I don't know why I'm complaining though. I like the Cowboys.
I know.
Never mind.
Right. Carry on.
Never mind. Keep going.
Oh wow, look at this. Look who's in the house.
Cynthia, how are you?
God. Cynthia, I got your message and I am so sorry. It has been a long Friday. Okay, so my apologies.
Wow.
Can I share my John Harville picture with everybody, please?
Yes, please do.
I just sent it.
Ready.
Momager said she's doing great, and it's nice to see you all. Well, it's nice to see you.
Can I tell you that Gabby is living like her life? She's living the life.
Every time I see her Instagram photos, I'm like, yes, she is rocking life. That is
she is rocking life. Do you want me to do it, Jamie?
Do what?
He didn't hear. I got just
John says his longest tattoo session he sat was through 11 hours.
Is that a lot?
John, how many?
I mean, it sounds like a lot, but I don't.
John, these little people that don't have tattoos, they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing.
I thought about getting a tattoo.
I have one on my rib, John, and that was pain.
That was painful. That was painful.
Okay, y'all, you are looking at a sneak peek of my bathroom, and that is my John Harville original right there.
Oh,
wow, that is awesome.
It is so awesome. And so I bought this months and months ago, and I knew exactly where I wanted it. Before that wall was even up, I knew that that's where I wanted it. And then I went and took a picture myself. But I got John's up there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So real quick, that is a tub, right?
That is a tub.
Is there a shower like above that we don't see?
So
the water
when
just falls down?
you see that wall right there?
Yeah.
So behind that wall is the shower. It's a walk-in shower.
Okay, okay. Because I've seen those where it doesn't look like the shower's there, but it is right there, and it just throws on you, and the floor, like there's a drain, it's just open.
Yeah.
No walking
we
into
looked
the
at several layouts like that too. But we ended up with this one. So
I mean, it still looks great. I love it.
You take a lot of baths because I have yet to take a bath. I can't even remember the last time I've actually taken a bath.
So here's my deal.
We can tell.
We
need to clip that.
Mr. I get my hair cut.
Yeah. And I moan. No. So listen, I love the idea of a bath, but you also know I can't sit still long enough. It probably takes me longer to fill the tub than
Than it is.
than I sit in there.
Yeah.
So I will have maybe while I'm in my bathtub, maybe a glass of wine, and then I'm like, okay, what am I doing in here? I'm ready to go. So that's the only place in the house that we have a tub, though. We opted for no tubs in the rest of the house.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I
Yeah.
love taking a bath in the tub.
Sorry, go ahead.
I like I need one of those things that you have over your tub though, Sandy. I've been looking for one of those. I just haven't bought
Amazon.
one. Yeah. And when I get in the tub, I have it all planned. I'm like, it's usually a Sunday night, and because that's when the new anime comes out. And so I was watching My Hero Academia at the time, but I save up all this anime so I can spend like 2 hours in the tub watching anime and just chilling out and being like everyone.
I wish I had the attention.
There's no way I could do that.
It's a jet, so the jets go, and I'm like,
the
I
whole
like
shrivel thing. I'm like, I don't know about the whole shrivel thing.
I used to do it a lot, like after a long run.
Okay.
When I was
that kind of makes
for my
sense, like your muscles and
so I would do like Epsom salts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I also
is it better to be a hot bath with Epsom salts or like an ice bath?
I always do hot bath. I can no.
So I was actually curious about that, and I did some research on it, and it was there's no definitive one way or the other. They say it should be alternating.
Oh, I see.
Kind of like when you get like a muscle or something like that, and you're always like, is it a hot pad I put on or a cold pad? It should be alternating actually.
So all I remember is rice, rest, ice, compression.
So my daughters, they have rice socks. So whenever they get their cramps, they go warm them up. And
I'm like, why are we talking about food? So, hold on, let me catch up on these comments. So Jim says, wait, they can trim your beard too? Is that something on the menu?
You think I could pull this off?
No, we know you can't. I mean,
wait. What?
I mean, yes.
Yes.
The most painful is
rib.
And I have it tattooed on me. Well, behind the scene of that picture.
Oh, so behind.
There's a well behind the scene.
The flatland behind the Marfa building?
John. Right.
You're going to have to define that.
Right.
How does that work?
We're a little slow.
We have a new viewer tonight. We're trying to impress him, John. So if you can help us out a little bit, we really appreciate that.
We're trying to impress him, not ourselves.
Yes.
We're doing great at being made fools out of, I feel like.
Right.
Yeah.
With all the tattoo talk and the stuff. I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
My large format taking Prada Marfa.
Oh.
Okay, tell us.
So it's large format camera.
Yes.
So it's a large format camera, and he has a picture of him under his large format camera taking a picture of that building.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's the way that I'm understanding it. Is that right, John? I think is that what you're saying?
It's like some Inception talk there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a while. I'm gonna have to watch this movie again to get that. Okay.
Right, exactly.
So when we went, some idiot had broken the glass.
Yeah. It's like there is nothing of value in that building.
But apparently
everyone goes there to get a picture of it. So
this fool thought there was something of value there.
Oh.
It just has
it up for everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Mama Jer says Gabby actually is living the life. She was in Aruba yesterday, Bonaire today, Curacao tomorrow. She makes me sick. Me too, Mama Jer.
I'm like, aren't you supposed to be living that life after retirement?
Not go with her.
Years before.
I was like, that should be Mama Jer doing that.
Right.
Not Gabby.
To tell her. She should be putting
Gabs needs to put in the hard work first.
Yeah.
So, the camera taking the picture of the building, my tattoo artist tattooed it on me. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wow. Is it like really tiny? You need a microscope to look at it, or is it really huge on your back? And
oh yeah, how big is it?
I'm just curious now.
I have 0 tattoos. Mr. Pineapples, how many do you have?
0. I do plan on getting one though. I do.
Sandy, you have
50-11.
Like 15 or 16. Man, I'm fixing to have to move up to my neck.
He's like, I need a couple of teardrops, by the way.
Yes. See, so they like if I get them here, they're like, oh, she hits men. Like that's why I'm kind of like
She what?
She hits men.
she's a man abuser.
They're not far off, but you know.
So I'm just I don't want to be accused of hitting men. I want people to know that I do, but I don't want to be accused of it. You know, does that make me crazy?
I want to share a story, or I want to share my comic books. Which one? Choose.
Share your story.
Okay.
I want to hear your story.
I was really, it's not any long or whatever, but I was really excited because I know I'm sporting the cyber gangsters here right now, but my other YouTube that I've been doing on cybersecurity is really doing pretty cool, and numbers are growing slowly, but they continually grow. And I was looking at my connections on LinkedIn, and I was like, man, people are following me. A lot of people are following me. I was like, what? And so I had a great show today.
The FBI is the follower.
There was some people that I was met at a conference, and I was like, hey, I'd like to invite you on. And so some of them had showed up tonight, and they're like, oh, wow. So I need to actually message them back. Like, so what do you think?
Well, just remember as little people, when you get that golden YouTube plaque.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm almost there. I'm at 276. I was at 276 earlier today. So I'm like almost there.
Okay, I sent y'all the tattoo.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I don't even have Facebook open. That's why.
I get it.
Okay.
That is
okay.
So cool. I didn't even see it. Oh my gosh.
That is.
Do you see the Prada building?
Yeah, that is pretty.
Actually, help me understand what I'm looking at. I like it. It's detailed. I just don't know what I'm looking at. Okay. Oh, I see it now.
You see it?
He's looking through the lens.
Yep. And this is
and then you see the Prada building.
Man, that is legit. Whoever did that, freaking amazing.
Dude, man, tattoo artists, they're just impressive.
Right. They're like a different breed, right, Joe? Like doing art on paper, it's one thing, but to do it on human skin.
Yeah.
Like this is like I'm always amazed those shows where they're doing like the reality shows about like who's the best tattoo artist or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Like those, and then the cosplayers.
Lubbock had one that participated that went pretty high up.
Yeah.
Oh, are you serious?
And his head is as big as mine.
It's mine because if that would happen to me, I would be pretty. I already have trouble getting through the door. Some people say, but so
I say that.
You say that, but I don't see that in you.
What? How? It's like seeing two sides of the accident, right? If one side the accident it looks great, and the other side it doesn't. Sandy sees the good side.
We say like a big head on here, but I mean, in real life,
it's funny that so I don't really have a big head, but people. So if you don't know me, and if I was like talking to people, so it's funny because Linda, one of our viewers, old time viewers, Linda Arthur.
Yeah,
she used to watch us religiously, and then she quit.
She did used to watch us religiously, but when she first met me, I know that she told me she didn't like me because I was talking to a group of people and I was being all arrogant and stuff like that. But I'm just
Joanne? Like, you say she didn't like you, and it makes me think
Joanne.
Isn't that crazy? Oh my God! Look at that!
She said, "I woke up in time." I mean, you are 30 minutes late, but we better late than never, Joanne.
Yes, better. So you missed some great content earlier, but that's okay. It's okay. You can go back
and watch it tomorrow when you do your chores.
Right? Exactly. No, but she's just like, dude, she told me that he's like, you talk a lot, like you're the shit or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but who's still helping you?
Right.
Yeah, that's the joke. Like, and here's the thing too. So I've known Joe for about more than 20 years.
30 days had September, October.
The same amount of time. Okay, out of time. He is cool and fun and to hang out with and things. But as his friend, like I know he loves to have his ego stoked. Man, like he loves. His words are his jam, and similar to mine. And so, like, if you remember our first birthday party for Joe on the Social and Distancing show, like he had no clue that we had all these guests planned out and lined up, and they all came on.
Because Joe was sad. Joe was uber sad that his birthday was. What is it called? Quarantine birthday.
It was a quarantine birthday.
But we found a way to make it so that it wasn't. And I would say
you are a little conceited. Admit
I don't know about a little conceited. I'd probably say a lot conceited.
I think you misspelled a lot.
But I think it was definitely one of one of his favorite or
Joe's
most
fan
memorable
club, you are the
birthdays.
shit.
Man, these people.
See,
Man,
look
You
at
are the
that. See,
shithead, Joe.
y'all are
this is just, man, y'all are just helping me.
y'all are
We
making
need
this.
to come on the show tonight.
Man.
Let's
But
go
his
ahead and bring
head's
them on. Let's
twisted.
go ahead and bring them on so they can just talk about me. I would appreciate that. Yes.
Is
very
it
much.
Joe's birthday or something? What
It might as well be.
This
Might
is
as
the
well be.
belated birthday
My
episode
25th
for
birthday.
Joe.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
So, Mr. Pineapples, the other day, well, actually, do you remember at Caboose, when we worked at Caboose, there was a particular police officer that I would always go back and forth with. Do you remember him?
I don't. I mean, I remember him. I don't remember his name.
Yeah. So his name is Officer Garcia,
Yes.
and we would go at it, Sandy. It was crazy how much we would go at it. He would call me Manager Chin, and I would call him Officer Bacon.
I can't believe he did that. Now looking back on it, it was like, oh my god.
Yeah. So
You
we
can
would
say
go,
a lot of
and
things.
it was
back
so
then.
funny because at the end of the night, we're like, I'm behind the bar, he's over there, and we're just talking, and we just talking all kinds of smack to each other. Because I would tell him, I'd like, hey, Officer Bacon, do you need some donut flavored coffee over there?
He's terrible. Oh my
And then
gosh.
he's like, what? Can you see me? So we're just like screaming.
fun stuff.
It was fun stuff. Well, and the reason that I bring that up is I'm exiting. I see the police officer. I'm exiting my neighborhood, and I could have swore that I stopped. Well, he flips around and pulls me over, and I'm like, oh, great.
Didn't you just get pulled over last year?
I was like, what did I just do? I was like, I totally paused. And he walks up, and then he's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my gosh, Officer Bacon, are you really pulling me over?
Oh my goodness.
And then
He
what
totally
if it wasn't
recorded
Officer
you.
Bacon?
He totally recorded you calling him.
I told me calling him Officer Bacon, and it was so funny because we shot the shit for a little bit, and then he goes, man, and we were just talking back and forth. He's like, yeah, you one of those. He goes, you know, that was a stop sign back there, and I was like, no, I totally paused, man. He's like, no, you Asian driver.
Oh, I love it.
He was like, Joe was like, it was a suggestion to stop.
Yeah,
I didn't think it.
I suggest
Wait,
you
did
stop.
it have the white outline? Because the white outlines means that I don't have to really stop. Things are just kind of.
It's my choice.
It's a questionable stop. So, luckily, I did not receive a ticket.
Oh, good, because your insurance agent was listening.
Yeah, because my insurance agent went over. I was like, oh.
If you didn't know, Sandy's an insurance agent.
Yeah, but yeah,
and I'm his insurance agent.
Yeah,
it's so funny too because I talked to him a while back, and he had just had a baby, and he's I think he's like 4 or 5 years older than me because he's only got 2 years left in the force, so I think he can retire like at
4 or 5 years older than you.
So he's 27.
Yeah, so he's
27 past Moses.
He had a baby, and I was
in the third epoch.
I was making fun of him because I'm like, "You're a grandpa, daddy, aren't you?" And he's like, yeah.
"Oh, wow! Like, is it his?"
It's so he has his baby is 9 years old now, and he's about to retire from the Air Force or for the police force. So,
Joe, was it Ray?
Oh my gosh!
No, it was not Ray. No.
Different Bacon.
Garcia, yeah.
Different Bacon.
Different Bacon. Different Bacon.
Jam says, I made it first time here. Hola, everyone. Loving the chat. You guys are fun. Friend of J Pineapples.
Nice.
Jams. Thanks
Two
for being here
tonight. Man, that's so you're making me all.
He's getting all in the feels, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what's funny is I see these guys. So Jim Leaps, I call him, and then this one right here, I call it's Jams and his wife,
Mrs. Jams.
Oh, hey, Mrs. Jams.
Oh,
so I'm always watching these two, and they do so many. They sell comic books, and so that's where my comics come from majority of the time. But you go on there a lot. So I am there.
These are your dealers, huh?
I am there, Anita and Joanne, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So I'm always
you're always there,
yeah,
in their show,
and commenting and saying stuff and whatever,
making sure that everything is running,
everything is flowing like it should.
Everyone needs a wingman, right? And so I'm their wingman unofficially, and so it's so funny now to be here tonight. They're in the chat, and then I'm on the screen where I love to be, because it's hard being in the chat.
how Mrs. Jams and Jam, how do y'all get into the comic book business? How did that happen? If you
We
could
should
put that in
invite
the
them all to
comments.
come. Yeah, but we should
Yeah,
invite
that'd
them
be
to come on
awesome.
and tell us.
But those are your friends.
So,
and I will tell you, Chone will not be watching with us that night, though, if you whenever you make that announcement.
so, but it was John who gave me the inspiration for my comic book. When I start selling, my store is going to be called Comics Anonymous, right?
Oh, that's going to be good.
And I've got the logo and everything. I just don't have the time.
We know him as Cal.
Yes.
Yes, Cal
Horse.
5011.
Yes, exactly.
5011,
So I
yes.
keep that. You see that? You can't see it, but I got a new book this week. It's right up there. It's a blue foil with Superman's shield bloodied up, but it's cool. I like it. So look, since they're here, let me just show off some of the comic books.
Let's show off some of the comics while.
Yeah. So I like this one. This one's called Dark Knights of Steel, and it imagines our heroes as though they were in like Excalibur times, Camelot, and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting.
It is.
Take.
And there's more to the story, but I do love these covers. I do like how they made, like, look, Superman. He reminds me of Gaston.
Oh, Joanne's head is hurting.
I like that because that's one of the things that we don't see enough is like the time change of comics. Like,
yes,
like way back in the day. I know I've seen a couple of things where like Batman went back in time and had to be a samurai and stuff.
The anime, like I just watched it like 3 weeks ago. I thought it was awesome.
But to see that more often, I think it would be a lot better.
Yes, I agree. So the whole series based on it.
Comics pick you.
I like that. So here's another one.
This
one's called
Optimus
Void
Prime.
Riders. Jetfire, but yes, very close, Sandy. Very close.
I mean, that's like in the same realm at least.
Well, that is an Autobot.
So this was cool because this was a comic when they released, like it was the first issue. It was a story, it was a cool story, it was in space, it was about space explorers and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden on the last page, this guy showed up and we were all like, wait, what the heck? This is a Transformers comic book? And we haven't seen it yet, but there's going to be a couple more issues coming out. It's actually a Transformers and G.I. Joe comic
crossover
book. So we're waiting to see how and why that's going to play out. Like, it just is weird, but so I got a printing of it, and this is what this is. That's what that is. But I love this cover. I love it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Very nice.
Okay, this one y'all might remember or recall a little bit. So this one, I don't even know what it's about, but it's called Something Epic.
It's epic.
But if you look at that cover, it's an homage to. Y'all remember yet?
No.
Eminem. His first album.
That's what I was going to say that.
I could see it was right down the tip of your tongue.
The gears are grinding.
Yes.
Yeah. Like right on the tip of her tongue. So
it was.
So I like it. Like I said, I don't know what the story's about, but if Miss Jams or Leaps, if y'all know.
Listen to this.
What?
There's an estate sale starting tomorrow with, I believe, old Superman comics, Jamie. Joanne.
You got to go.
Joanne, go over there and buy them.
Please, I will pay you back. Unless they're like $1 million or something like that.
Right,
then
exactly.
Dios te la pago. Okay.
Then buy them and then just send them for free.
Yes, that's an even better idea.
I'd love seeing that stuff like on the old Antiques Roadshow or whatever, where this kid bought a painting for like $2 and it was worth $10,000.
Yes.
That's wild.
I could never. I would end up owing the artist.
Yeah, they're like, why did you waste our time with this? This is worth nothing.
Your loss is my gain. That's awesome. So I like this one. Do you remember this movie back in the day?
I do remember the movie vaguely.
Yeah. It was a one-time thing, but I like the movie. But they released a comic book, and the art on it, Adam Hughes is the artist, and he has been just killing these covers.
I love it. It's kind of like on my end, it looks realistic. The girl's boobs aren't exaggerated.
You like that?
That's good.
Yeah.
You always look at that, Sandy?
I do. I don't know why I'm obsessed. I told Eric, please don't ever give me a Rorschach test. It would just be male and female anatomy all over the place. I would be institutionalized.
They'd be like, she's deprived.
You're like, what does this word over here mean? What is dev? I ain't. And they're like, it's deviant, ma'am. Classified you as a deviant.
Oh, I was like, dude.
I shouldn't have said it. It would have been funnier that way.
Yeah,
Last one. This one's called The Dead Lucky. I have no idea what it's about. I have no
looks
idea
like
who the artist
Ant-Man.
is, but it's
Like
a
from a distance.
independent. And I'm like, I like the art.
That's
It's
very
kind of like
cool.
what Leap said. He goes,
Okay.
the comic chooses you. So when I see it, I'm like,
That one would
that.
not have chosen me. That's I can tell you
no,
that.
yeah. So anyway, that's my comics for the week. Next week, I'm going to show you some old comics I got from the 40s.
Joanne said, "I'll try to send you some pictures. See if you're
I'm
interested."
Yeah.
He is interested,
He's
Joanne.
always
No, como
interested.
que if I'm interested.
What kind of question is that?
No me digas eso. This is a dope comic. Which one? Is he going to send us a comic picture?
Isn't that Betty Page?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So on the cover with the Rocketeer, he's saving Betty Page. I don't remember all her story, but I knew...
Betty Page.
Do you remember now, Sandy? Right?
It's amazing.
Yeah, she was considered the bad girl of the time, I believe.
She was like a bombshell, basically. She would be like
she was the
pinup
bad bombshell. So like the bad pinup, because the blonde was Marilyn Monroe.
With Betty Page is great.
Right.
Ah, okay. So this is what he was talking about. It is.
That's why I like her, because it looks pinup art. And I love pinup art. Yeah. I love nose art on the planes. That's like one of my favorite things to do. Betty Page,
on the
love
bombers,
her.
like on the old school bombers and stuff.
So Miss Jams is actually she speaks Spanish too. So I one of the things I love watching her show. They don't speak Spanish on the show on purpose.
Do y'all have Spanish?
Did you tell her my jokes sometimes?
So when I make little jokes in the comments, they get it, and I'm like, yes, it's like a secret little language.
She no mames?
No mom, yeah. So she cracks up. That's another thing. Joe would love it because anytime I make a joke on there, she cracks up laughing forever, and she is just losing it. And I'll be like, I know I'm funny.
I'm hilarious.
Yeah, totes funny.
Totes.
Okay.
What you got, Sandy? You have some stuff, right?
You had some stuff go on.
I do.
It's a little precursor. We did a little earlier.
Give me a second. Let it catch up.
Who? Me?
You. Yeah.
Sandy?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here wondering what we're talking about. He's mean.
Remind me what is happening.
You just showed your new casa?
Oh, yes.
She's not ready for that part.
No, totally. It's fine. We're moving, and I've sent y'all some pictures, but hold on a second. The main reason I do film, I like the old pinup, and I wanted to create pictures like John. I love.
Oh, get out of here!
It's amazing,
dude.
Joanne,
that's awesome.
We're in the process of moving to our new house. We're in the process, so. Get this, okay? Yeah, they didn't tell us this. So when you buy a house, you don't move into it until the funding's done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that. So we were thinking that this was the same process. So I already have a tenant for my current house. And so I'm just like they're not hurrying up to get this closing done. The guy's like, you aren't waiting on me to move. This is your house. You're just basically refinancing. And I'm like, why didn't y'all tell me sooner? We could have been moved in 3 weeks ago, ages ago. He's like, yeah, I guess we should have told y'all.
I missed. Why did they tell you like that?
Oh, was that not in your paperwork?
Oh my gosh.
It's funny sometimes I can't figure it out. I thought he was talking about something right
here.
now.
It's right here.
It's here.
On this really small sheet of paper.
We all got it.
That was stuffed into your folder.
It's a paper towel, by the way.
So I don't even close until Friday, but we basically moved pretty much a lot of our big stuff in.
So. I hate moving. It is the worst.
Loathe. And let me tell you this. So everybody's like, Sandy, hire somebody. You know how complicated I am? I'm selling most of everything that I have in this house. Anybody want some couches? I've got plenty. I'm selling most everything in this house. I'm not taking anything with me but junk, clothes. So who's going to come pack that up and move it? No one's going to do that.
I feel you on that, though.
Did you send us pictures, Sandy?
Of what?
I thought you said you were going to send us pictures. You said just a second ago you were going to send us pictures or show us pictures.
Of what?
Of your house.
Oh, I don't have any pictures.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Right, didn't you say that?
She did. That's why I was like, I thought she wasn't ready.
Are they wrong?
I don't mind. She said, I don't mind.
I guess I'm smoking crack. I have no idea.
Am I listening wrong? I'm a little.
No, y'all know I'm a little slow. Y'all know I'll be ordering cappuccinos and be wanting a latte. I mean,
I don't know, but I love this video though. So we're gonna bring this up.
Yes, I'll send. Y'all can send.
Stop it here. Let me stop
Jam,
it.
Jam says, I hope I never move. I have so many statues I would need to... Oh my gosh, Sandy.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure it out. Do you remember when I sent you that video, that short video, whatever they're called, on YouTube, and it was the guy who had the Superman statue?
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yes.
This is the dude. His office
that
is
expensive one.
Yes. So, but his room, Sandy, is filled with it's Superman galore. He has a giant, freaking huge statue of Cyborg Superman, for example, and he's just got James, do you have like this where you can zoom the room and put it up on YouTube for us or something? She'd love
just
to see
regular. John says he misses the army moving him.
it.
Sandy, are you going to have to build or add another pool? We're putting in a pool later on, Jim. Right now, we're just bleeding a lot of money at the moment.
How many episodes have you seen? How many episodes have you seen? Because
because my pool was that was 2019. That was 2020 for our pool.
So that's what I'm saying. How many episodes has he gotten through since I told him?
I love it, Jim.
I'm okay with it too.
Jim, I love you, Jim. I'm gonna go, get a comic just because.
He's on Instagram. You guys,
Sandy, set this up. Set this up, Sandy.
So this is my living room. This Eric actually printed out big wall decor. You can either order their prints or you can have your prints ordered.
That is hers.
And Eric ordered this print for me. This is one of my pictures. This is actually in New Mexico. That funny story that I told y'all about.
It was beautiful. When she showed it to us in the chat, it was like, I was like, man.
That's a nice yucca plant right there.
Sandy takes such amazing night videos and scenes, outdoor scenes.
Stop.
She took one of the stars, and it's still on my phone. You can't. I don't think you can see it, but
the Milky Way.
Yes,
that's when we heard that noise. Remember,
the chupacabra. No, the wind wake. No, what do you call them?
The Wendigo
skinwalker. The skinwalkers.
You will need a pool if Texas keeps staying over 100. Listen, we're like in the 60s right now, John, and
because it just changed like that. Because summer was like peace.
This is fall. Like, people, do not get your hopes up. We are going back. It's the hundreds are coming. I can feel it.
Back.
So here's our office. This is where I was going to be from tonight.
Nice.
But maybe next time I'll have some art on the walls. So we got the cool stand at desk.
Awesome.
Thank you. And then that's going to be my printer stand over there for my
your big printer.
For my big printer. We got a, what is it called, Joe? Help me.
3D printer?
A Pro.
Words are hard. We got a photo printer.
I think you got a professional. Yeah, she got a professional printer. So
yeah,
it has like six or seven ink things, and yeah, it's pretty nice.
So going back to what I was saying earlier, she does these amazing art prints, and her sky ones are always my favorite.
Thank you.
And every time she posts them up, you don't get to see it, Sandy, but I'm literally like, what in the world does she just do? And I'm sitting there looking, and I'm like, this is amazing. I'm like, what in the world?
I never get that reaction, Sandy.
You don't ever hear that, Sandy. And I kid you not, Sandy. I'm like over the top because I look at it. And I am just like, because it's freaking amazing. The shots
you,
that
Jamie.
You do.
And
I appreciate it. I'm like, so anyway, yeah. I'll probably bring it up one or two more times before the end of the show.
So there's my living room. And then there's our fridge, but that was putting the trim kit up there. I was showing that to Jamie.
Okay.
Eric got that. Let me tell you something. My husband is so damn bougie. I should have taken a picture of our toilet.
Did he pick the toilet too?
Oh, he picked everything out.
Just like have an auto raises.
Yeah. As soon as you open the door to the restroom, it's got a seat warmer. It auto flushes.
Wow.
Yes. It makes it warm, so you never have to sit on a cold seat, and that thing just goes. Shoots right up there.
It has
you never have to sit on a warm seat if you follow your partner afterwards. That's how I do.
Why cochino? That's so nasty. I don't know why. That just
no. Oh no. Mm-mm.
Keep your personal life
No, sir.
under wraps, okay?
We'll just pay for warm tushies. Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Maybe a little
Let
too
me
much
go to these
information, I guess.
comments. Okay, so this is our basement. This is gonna be our theater area. And I'm probably already gonna like change furniture, but that's okay. Different story. Eric's ordered the what is it called?
Is
Tom.
projector. Is
The
that
projector.
is the wall painted so that it can project on there, or is
No,
there a
we're gonna
screen?
get a screen. We've already
Oh,
ordered a
okay,
screen
okay,
for
okay.
it.
I was like, painting the wall, that's not actually a bad
Eric
idea,
sent me
but
this projector.
it's like $2,300.
$27,000.
Yeah. My
And I said,
daughter.
what specifically does this projector do? He's like, I don't know. He said, here, I thought the ones for 1,400 were expensive.
Wait,
I was like,
how much?
$27,000.
27,000. I thought
Yeah,
you said
because Eric,
2,700.
y'all know Eric researches everything to death. And so
I figured he just did the kitchen stuff, but well, I guess
No.
the theater would make sense too.
no,
Wow.
Eric is doing everything.
Yeah.
He's
This
sparing no
is his house.
expense.
No,
This is his house
expense.
living in it. That's all it is. Let me go back to
so
these
my
comments.
daughter, she got like a 1,300 projector from her grandma, and that thing is awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. So I can only imagine 27,000 projector has to be like what you go to the IMAX to go see.
Yeah, I don't know what you do on that. John says,
Right.
"What printer do I have? What printer do I have, Joe?"
I thought you had the Canon Pro 10.
I'm pretty sure it's whatever you have.
That,
Because
well,
if Joe
no,
buys
yours is
something,
newer
then I'm
because
like,
I have a Pro 100, so I think yours is newer.
it's a Pro 1000 probably.
Sandy's
right?
research is, what do you suggest? She gets the person who has the best skills, and she's like, "What do you suggest?" And when they say it, she just says, "Get that." She tells her
Get
husband,
it.
"She's like, go get it."
Assistant.
You-
This is what
Assistant,
Joe
sorry.
said.
Where did you send it to? Did you, if you sent it in the chat,
Oh,
I'll never find it.
That was 100 years
You guys
ago.
don't know. Our chat is like, woo-hoo.
Anita says, Jamie, I feel the same way when I see her pictures too.
Right,
Thank you,
Anita?
Anita.
Freaking amazing.
Oh
I
my
tell
goodness,
ya.
there are some going on here.
Oh, funny because everybody's like, Joe, you're the shit. No, none of us were hating.
I know that's right.
Wow.
Someone else gets the spotlight, and
Uh-huh.
all of a sudden it's like she's
Oh.
look, let me tell you, it's like when I look at certain comic books and my favorite artists and I go nuts over it. Like, oh, Miss Jams and her husband are sending me my birthday gift, and it's comics that were signed by one of my favorite artists. And I was like, what in the world?
Who's your favorite artist? I know.
One of them, his name's John Jing.
I was going to say Ross.
Alex
something.
Ross.
Yeah.
Now he's one of my other ones too, but they're sending them, and I was like, but when I look at his art, I go like, man, that's the way I get when I look at your pictures, Sandy.
Thank you.
Like
Thank
I
you
go
very
nuts
much.
over it. Like it's just like,
Could you throw Joe a bone and say you feel the same way about
Joe,
him?
No, it's fine.
your
It's fine. I don't need it.
effects
I don't need it.
on
It's cool.
your action pictures, like I still remember the one of the girl boxing, and you put the gels over the lenses, and it was like, what
Over
in
the lights,
the world? That's what I said. The lights.
Joe
Okay,
heard
I'm
lenses,
assessing
but
that.
I heard lights.
Thank you.
Joe heard lenses.
Okay, thanks. And so when you did that, and like that shot was amazing, absolutely amazing.
It's hanging in his studio to this
It's
day.
hanging in my studio to this day.
Deserves to be.
Jam, I have no idea what warm toilet seats do. Only bougie people know that.
Do you like sitting on a cold seat? You don't ever go.
Because where is Jim located? Has he ever sat on a cold toilet seat? Is he up north? Is he down south?
Leaps, where are you from? You told me. I want to say I feel like Las Vegas, but I could be wrong.
Joanne, say something nice to Joe.
Come on.
Feeling neglected.
I'm just here, just working away.
Yeah.
Well, when you're gone for multiple episodes at a time, it's like we got to give you a hard time before you get.
I see.
You know,
It's fine. It's whatever. I'm just gonna go order my Apple iPhone. So
every party needs a pooper. That's why we didn't invite Joe.
Are they coming out with new ear pods?
Woe is me. Woe is me.
Oh, okay. So Jim sits constantly on a hot seat.
Okay.
So he
Never
would
mind.
probably welcome.
Wait,
Maybe
no,
he needs-
because it gets pretty chilly at night if he's in the desert region. And
is that true?
He said he's saying it's never cold here.
Oh,
in
okay,
Phoenix,
never mind.
it gets really cold at night. I was surprised
because
at how
they're
cold it got
really
there.
low, right? No, they're really high.
I mean, I was
Elevation-wise.
just
they're
when
in
was
a
I in
desert
Phoenix?
region. It's just a desert because it's super
I
hot
was
during the
just
day
over
and
there
then
in March.
cools off like
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, it's
It
not
was-
like the whole state.
Well, I
is
know
the
because if you
same
go
everywhere.
towards Flagstaff, it's actually fairly chilly in Flagstaff. So
But that's what I'm saying, because it's higher elevation, right? Because the
Right.
higher elevation, it's hotter during the day because you're closer to the sun, but at night it's colder because the atmosphere, you're higher in the atmosphere, and it's colder the more further you go up.
true. But so Flagstaff is near the Grand Canyon, so it's a little higher in that area, but it's a totally different biome or climate from
So I
southern
got this ring
Arizona.
for my birthday, and it's a Superman ring from Sandy and Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It's legit.
Mhm.
And if you go back
So
and watch
good.
some of my other videos, you'll see on the Cyber Gangsters, you'll see this. Oh, it's always on my finger. So
Thank you very much for always wearing it. John says 2-day pre-order starts. Jim,
Yep.
I'm in the high desert of California.
California, get to the chopper.
I've been liking your film stuff that you've been doing, John.
Get to the chopper. Oh, I know what you're wanting, Jamie, because I haven't been here, you haven't been able to hear my accents. And
I knew he was going to go there. It's just terrible. It's just terrible.
I can't even tell y'all my accent that I got at the dentist office, or maybe
What?
I can. So my regular dentist, y'all know how I just be saying different things to my dentist, because he was like, "Thanks for coming in," and I was like, "Thanks, dentist." Like I forgot his name. Anyway, so I have a new dentist. Because mine's in Hawaii right now.
Good for
Anyway.
her.
Hawaii.
And then she was like, "Hello,
Yeah, brah.
She said, "My name is Dr. Yu," and I'm like,
Oh shoot!
No, listen. And then I was like, "Hey, how are you?" And I said it just like that. Like she said her last name. I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with me?" And anyway, I didn't post that on Facebook because people be.
I'm glad you didn't say.
Because people be like getting mad, but I said it like that.
I can picture the whole thing. Actually, that's why it's.
I just wanted to be like, "Can I just leave right now?" And then she did poke my tooth a little bit harder.
Sandy doesn't even look down to show any guilt or remorse. She's just kind of like.
It didn't hit me until after I said it. I was like, "Why would I say that?"
Well, just because you're like me, we hear an accent, we want to copy it.
Oh,
I want to be just like yeah. Anyway, I'm like, what?
These youths.
Anyway, so
Look,
Joanne would like to know if I'm going to be a chicken mom. I want to, Joanne. And Eric's like saying, "What do you even know about chickens?" I'm like, "I know my grandma had some. I know you're going to get on the YouTube and we're going to build a chicken coop together."
And when she says together,
she doesn't.
Him doing it while she's on the sipping her White Claw.
I know that's right, girl. Because y'all know, I love, for everybody that's not on here, I love the idea of DIY. I do. Like we're saving money, we're doing it ourselves. I just don't want to freaking participate in that. And then Eric will be like, "Sandy, hand me this," and then I'm like, "Ugh.
Come on, miss. What do you think?
I don't like being told or asked to do anything." Because then I'll come back and then I'll sit down and then he's like, "Can you get me this?" I'm like, "You couldn't ask me while I was standing up."
I'm resting now.
Yeah, I'm taking a break.
Taking a break.
Anyway.
Yeah, the producer likes to throw around the we word too, and I'm just like, what do you mean we? She's like, "We need to paint the back door," and I'm like, "You're not gonna help."
And I do. I'm like moral support. Like I'm there, to tell you if you missed a spot.
You are there.
Or to be like, "Ooh, I don't like that color."
Yeah.
But I need y'all to help me think of my chicken coop name. Like I was like, what I think right now is like Abby's butt nuggets, but I'm not really sure. What do y'all think about that?
Like the warm toilet seat?
It's like your hemorrhoids are hanging out your butt and you named them.
That's even grosser than what I said.
No, to think of my chicken coop names.
Oh my goodness!
Y'all don't like.
Y'all
don't like Abby's butt nuggets.
Like soon to be butt nuggets or soon to be nuggets. You can leave out the butt part. You really don't need the butt at all.
Because it's a chicken butt.
Gross.
Chicken butt.
For my chicken coop name.
Did
y'all miss that?
A butt though.
Don't they come out their butt? Where do chicken eggs come from? No, for real. Where do chicken eggs come from?
You're right. I guess you're right. They do pop out the butt because you have to be careful because on the eggs you have to rinse them off. Yeah.
But you don't rinse them because if you rinse them, then you have to put them in the fridge. I know that much about chicken.
I know that, yeah. You don't rinse them off so that the antibacterial stays on there.
You have to rinse them before you use them.
Nope.
Yes.
No,
not before you use them.
You just crack them and let it go.
Because there's fecal matter all over them sometimes.
Got a little caquita inside your. Ooh.
When was the last time you raised chickens?
Yeah, that's true.
I raise them all the time. You don't tell me anything about racing chickens.
Okay, hold on.
Joanna's saying no risa. Oh wait, no rinse. Never mind.
I almost drove to Williams, Arizona yesterday, but I need to find a good plan for the electric car.
Ooh, yeah. Which electric car do you have, John?
Electric car?
I got an electric car too.
Thank you. I've been really motivated to do 6x17 panels with a large format camera.
6 foot
you've been doing
17? You should do it, bro.
He's been doing some really good ones. I like the beach ones, the beachside ones.
What'd you call them?
Sandy, you're a hoot. What is it with your? I don't know what it is with my dentist. Like one day he touched my arm.
It can be a different dentist all the time. It's just as long as they have DDS, then yeah.
It'd be anybody. Look at this one, fluffy butt nuggets. That's a cute one, fluffy butt nuggets.
More butt references. There's been more butt references in this show than ever.
Thanks to you. You started it. You guys broke Jamie with your butt nuggets talk. No rinse. See, Joanne, do you rinse?
But if I'm making an omelet, I don't want butt nuggets in my omelet. Then refrigerate.
My wife asked if she could help me with doing museum mount prints, but I'm just trying to learn it too. I finally figured a good way of making frames, but face mounting prints is driving me crazy, but I finally got a good handle on it. My next museum mount I'm going to do is 24 by 72 inches. Okay, quick. Wow. Somebody tell me how big that is.
That is 2 foot by 3 foot. Wait, no, it's not. That's 2 foot by 6 foot.
That's big.
Yeah. 2 foot by 6 foot.
Oh, here's his car, Jamie. Butt nugget.
Chicken butt nugget racer.
An Audi e-tron Prestige. That sounds expensive.
Italian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what happened to the Jeep? What happened to the Jeep, Mr. Harville?
That is definitely not a gas saver.
No, it is not. Whenever he came to visit me in Lubbock, he was definitely in a Jeep.
Oh, man.
Golly, there's so many things I want to say. I don't even remember any of them.
Oh, it died. Head gasket. Boo.
Boo.
Sandy, my daughter raises chickens. Any questions? She knows. Okay, cool.
Leaps, if you're still at this point in the show, make sure you go back and look for the episode where we talked to our lightsaber guy, Carl Danby, and that was back in the first season. Joe did a terrible
What are you talking about? I did a great accent.
I asked him, I said, Sandy.
How about some tea?
I asked him, I said, one thing I asked out of this episode, this was the pre-meeting. I said, one thing I asked, no. I can't think of what the word I'm trying to say is because that's why I keep saying no. No accents. Zero.
But we listened totally to you. We totally 100%.
Like the last part of the show, and then Joe comes out, and it's like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing.
Hello there.
Top of the morning to ya.
Oh, that's so lovely. So lovely that you did that.
I was like, I'm so sorry, Carl.
Carl
I
loved
don't.
it.
I don't know if y'all
He
seen
was-
some of
he
Carl's work
was-
though lately. I still follow because I have a dream of getting the lightsaber made by him one day.
We know that you follow him because he's the only guest name that you know.
That you remember, yeah.
Fair enough.
Because he's like Carl Danby.
And his name is nowhere on his Facebook or his
No.
Instagram.
It is not. There is
But I've
nothing
always-
that says Carl Danby on it.
Ever.
Let's see. John is telling you that the 3.61 or L Penstar engine is the worst.
3.6
The second
liter
Chrysler product.
Pentastar engine.
Oh, liter. I had with engine failure because of lack of quality control. I had the casting sand issue with the Jeep.
We casted Sandy just fine over here.
Yeah.
Mhm. Joe,
Jeeps.
IT suck.
I think he's talking about my accent.
Oh.
How dare you?
John, you
How
are right
dare
on
you.
spot. Right on spot.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, Jim saying Hen Haven. Hen
Mm.
Haven. Hen
You
Haven.
could say, let's see, what's the word I was looking for? You could say,
Oh,
wait, is
Jamie froze.
frozen? It's like he's totally frozen.
Like, what happened?
You can call it the cock and butt nuggets.
Cock and butt.
Shut up, Sandy.
I was like, what we are not gonna get roosters.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, that's probably
No roosters.
Well, how are you gonna have eggs then?
Unfertilized eggs full.
Okay.
They still lay eggs.
Yeah.
But you need them so that they'll protect the hens. That's
From
what they
what?
do too. It's not just about fertilizing the eggs, but they need to protect
Look.
them
From the
too.
coyotes. You're gonna be out there in the boonies, man. You're gonna
If
be out
I
there.
hear a
Chupacabra.
rooster crow at 5:00 in the morning, I'm gonna shoot something. I'm just gonna tell you right now. We ain't gonna be having.
Aren't you gonna need to get up that early anyway to get in town like at normal time? Like how far is it from where you live?
5 minutes.
Really? Which
Yes.
side of Lubbock?
West side of Lubbock.
Going towards Leveland.
Yeah, it's 5. Kate is 5 minutes from the high school.
Nice for Cade.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jamie in his natural state. Sandy's Hen Hub.
Oh, man, he's throwing out some good ones.
I know.
He
Those are
really
pretty.
wants you to pick his name, one of his names. So
Is it a haven though? If you're just gonna kill him,
are you?
I
I
don't
thought you were
think
just
so.
taking their eggs.
I don't
I'm
think
not gonna
she's-
kill chickens.
Well, it is. Look, who's asking? She's like, you're gonna go do a seance with them, right? And
That's right.
No,
So
my
you need
God.
chicken
Get my
blood.
chicken
You
foot.
gotta cut their necks and then chicken blood around.
Sandy,
grandmas
Cindy,
did
I had
that.
to. You know,
My grandmas
I love
did
you.
that.
I love
They
you.
put the
Ooh.
chicken out and then they'd lay it. And then
They're like, we keep
saw
these.
their
These are the
neck.
They had
ojo
no
chickens.
problems, huh?
These
It
are the
was like-
ojo chickens over here, and these are the regular
Yeah.
chickens.
But then
They
there was
had no
other people
problems killing them.
that just twisted their heads off.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
If I was hungry, I could probably do it, but I don't know if I could just do it out of just to do it. Unless somebody double dog dare me, then it's on.
Triple double dog dare you.
Somebody never bring Joe to my house and double dog dare him to kill one of my chickens.
Joe, we double dog dare. Okay, all right, a
Oh,
double
see,
dog dare.
I'm glad she got the joke. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Here it is. It's
Okay, ready.
what's and I've got plenty of answers, but I want to ask so it gives everyone time to juice this up. So what's the absolute worst way to respond when someone says, I love you? So
Thank you.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Ditto.
Look at this. The Sandy kill zone. No,
Oh
man.
my god. Freaking
Sandy's
John,
egg farm.
where does he get this?
You twist their head off, then they run around.
And stay alive for the next like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it say? What's worse, killing chicken or plucking of the chicken? It's up there in the same category. We had to, when my dad would go dove hunting, we had to pluck all the doves. Such a whooping.
Such a what?
Such a whooping to do that. Jam says, okay.
Okay, what?
I don't know. Oh, maybe the answer to I love you. Okay.
That's good. That's good. This one says, yeah, I know. I've been meaning to say something, but didn't want to upset you.
Yeah.
What?
So remember,
what's the score of
what
the
do you
game right
respond
now?
with when someone says "I love you"? That's what's their response.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
So I've had this. I said that, I was back in the day. I had some game, and
Yeah, it's Riz. It's called Riz now. Did you
oh,
know that?
Riz,
Riz, R-I-Z-Z.
respect.
Is that what it
Riz.
is?
That's so stupid. I hate those videos too.
Let's see. This one says, I told my senior prom date thanks. He didn't speak to me the whole night after that. In fairness, I told him a million times we were going as friends. He professed his love to me at dinner.
Awkward.
Perfect.
And not on
You know
you.
what?
Not on you, Cindy. It's on the dude.
And the thing too, it's like high school senior
He
proms.
probably
Like,
said it, I love you, just so he could get in your dress.
What was so special about her dress?
Oh my goodness. Have you not heard the term "nothing hits the floor faster than a prom dress" after prom?
This is the first
Jamie's
time
dress stayed on the entire time.
It stayed on the entire night.
Jamie does not
say that again, Joe. Just want to catch you for the real
party.
when we make the clip. Say it.
Jim has told people he knows.
Yes.
Oh, look at Sean. He said, let's get it on.
Oh my gosh, Sean.
He's like, oh, okay, you.
He said, I love you. And then Sean's like, let's get it on.
This person said, sir, this is a Wendy's. Saying no, you don't always pass my wife off. That doesn't make sense. We need to talk. That one would be brutal. Saying we need to talk
after they said I love you.
Yeah.
I know. Only response. Star Wars reference. What's
Star Wars? That's when
love leads to
Leia. Leia says I love you to Han Solo, and Han Solo says I know.
I know. That's right.
Oh gosh.
I'm right there with you, Jim.
Is that what starts the War of the Stars?
No, he was about to get frozen in carbonite.
Oh.
You don't remember that part?
In kryptonite?
All right, y'all ready for some Reddits?
No, carbonite, not kryptonite.
Okay. Oh, that's what I said.
This one's a little bit true. I mean, not true. This one's a little bit deep, okay? But this one's more I wanted to get your opinions on, okay? This one says, am I the jerk for wanting to leave my husband because he wishes to move his mother in who has dementia?
Ooh, that one's
and I can explain the whole story, but it really is. It's nothing really too crazy. But she is like, I'm gonna leave him because she's researched and she's looked. She didn't even want kids, so there was no plans to have kids. She was like, I wouldn't have minded one child, but I cannot handle dealing with a parent who has dementia. I couldn't handle. She was like, I wouldn't be able to handle mine, and I would put him in a nursing home. I can't handle his, and everyone, people.
That's tough.
The thing with dementia is that it's a tough animal on the caregiver. Like it takes a specialized type of care. And I'm not saying, just throw them in a nursing home and forget about them. But if you're going to move them in with you, then you're going to need someone that can be there to assist. Like you're going to need to hire somebody. But
I like that you got there quick, Sandy, because that was actually one of the prevailing responses was exactly that. They're like, if you're going to do this, then exactly what you said. They're like, but, and it was hard. But would you say, do you feel like she's a jerk for wanting to leave her husband because he wants to move the mother in?
I don't know. I mean, it's
you all out there in the comments, say yes or no.
It's kind of a jerk move if she's not like, hey, we have to like, if we're going to do this, we should really look into a specialist. But if he's just saying no, we're going to move her in and we're going to take care of her, and then if he's doing that, if he's like kind of putting the ultimatum on him, I don't know if she's the asshole for that. But
I mean, if it's just him saying that he's going to do it, and then she's just like, "Oh, I'm leaving because of that." I don't know.
Yeah, that's a jerk move. Yeah,
that's like something underlying cause.
So she didn't say it immediately. She did the research behind it. She actually looked to see if it was something that was viable. And after talking to people who gave her their perspective, and like nurses, also she talked to some nurses and stuff, and she came down. She was like, "I know me. I can't provide that."
Well, that's the
Right.
thing
She was
too, is
like,
like,
I
you have to know
can't.
what kind of person you are. I'm not a nurturing person. I'm not a
Right,
nurse. I'm
and
not a
neither am
nurse
I.
either.
Not to
So
that extent, right? But she was also like, she knew that her husband would forget about her though completely and focus 100% on his mom. And she was like, understandably, I get it. But I also don't, not in
she didn't
addition to
wanna be
that, I
like
also don't want to be, I don't want to have to feel like this second
yeah, she didn't
place
wanna be
woman.
competing.
Second fiddle. Yeah, she'd be
Yeah,
second
yeah,
fiddle.
yeah. So I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
tough.
Yeah,
That's a tough
And
one.
that's a
it
hard
was. Yeah,
one,
yeah.
yeah.
What are some songs that
But I would leave Eric.
inevitably wait, what'd you say?
She'd be like, "Deuces."
It's tough, but it's
She'd be
been
like, cut
real,
him with the
Eric.
scissors. All right,
Holla.
here's another one. All right, what are some songs that inevitably make you cry?
Dude, there's a new one out right now. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, it is brutal to me. It's a country song.
Look it up real quick if you don't know the
And
name
it's
yet.
called
Oh.
It's so I'll tell you the premise of it. He's driving through the small town and he sees this girl on the side of the road. She's running at him, and she was beaten by her boyfriend, husband, whatever. And he tells her to get in the truck. Oh, it's called Get in the Truck.
Oh.
And he goes. He asked her where's he at. Like he didn't know her or anything like that, but he knew that she had been beat. So she tells him where she lives, and he goes there and he shoots her husband.
Oh my God!
No, not her. He shoots her husband.
Yeah,
and so yeah, and
but that's the one that makes you inevitably cry,
dude. If you listen to it, it's just crazy because
Send me the name. I'm curious now.
Yeah, it's such a good song. It's such a good song. I just told you it's Get in the Truck.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Get in the truck.
You act like I'm gonna remember that.
I
I mean, that was rude.
It really was. The expectations were so high. You would never met them. Like
Christmas shoes. I
oh
cannot
my
with
gosh! Stop.
Okay, so that right there reminds me of Kid Craddock. Do you remember how much Kelly Raspberry hated that song? And Kid Craddock would always play that.
I want to cry and laugh, and I can't reconcile.
Oh, Wait in the Truck. It's called Wait in the Truck, but yeah. Wait in the Truck.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's by Hardy and Lainey Wilson. Wait in the Truck.
But Christmas Shoes is legit. Yeah, that one also.
And there's also Butterfly Kisses. Ugh.
Oh, that's
oh yeah, that's another Kid Craddock right there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I remember listening to it with him first, and I remember I was like, "Oh, this is a really nice song and sweet song." Then I had daughters. No, mamas.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, it's over.
It was done. What else?
I even texted my family because I heard another country song. It's by he used to be the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Darius Rucker.
Darius Rucker, and he has it's not new, but it's an older one, and it's called "Things Won't Be Like This Forever."
Oh yeah,
yes, yeah,
that's a good one. I like it.
I was bawling because I hadn't heard it, and all of a sudden I'm like driving back from Austin, and I'm just like bawling. I'm like,
you guys out there, tell us. Cindy shared with us, but what are some of the songs that make you cry? Just
I can't think of anything that makes me cry. Well, the one that makes me cry, it's a Spanish song. It's called Te vas, Ángel mío. And they played that like at somebody's funeral when they pass, and it's like,
oh my
angel of mine, you're leaving. Oh my God. When I hear that, I'm like, oh, change it.
Yeah.
But it's very old. It's like 1900s song. But when I hear that, that's what I think
it brings it up, right?
Yes.
There's this one by, is it Matt Schultz? I think it's a Christian song, and it's called Letters from War. And it's a song about a son, like he writes to his mom all the time about just things, right? And she's like, you're going to be a good dad. You're a good son. You're going to make a great father one day, and all this other stuff. And one of the letters, so, during one of the letters she's reading it from the perspective.
Better late than never, Janae.
Janae, you tell us, what songs make you cry? That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
He talks about, then one of the letters she reads talks about how he was being bombarded and like gunfire, and it was your son that came to save me, and he took my spot, and he is a prisoner of war now.
Whoa.
And then at the end, it ends with her son coming back like years later and is like, I'm reporting for duty, or I'm reporting like my commander told me here, and I have all your letters that you sent me for more. I have tried to listen to that song without shedding a single dang tear, and every time I'm like, how do you write these stories in this song? And it's so freaking
Okay, well, now that you say that,
okay.
that reminded me of one. It's a country song, and it's called Angel Flight, and this is a song, the pilot telling a story about bringing back the bodies from, and it's called The Angel Flight. He said it's
Oh,
up here. Oh, it is emotional. And
yeah,
of course,
yeah.
Eric was deployed how many times?
Oh my
And so,
gosh.
then that would like inevitably come on, and I'm like, oh dear God. But yeah, that's a yeah.
That's the one
crazy.
that gets you
Now, there's
right.
a lot of country songs. Like there's one by Rascal Flatts called "What Hurts the Most."
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and then
Mhm.
there's another one by Martina McBride called something Angels. It's anything that has to do with kids dying young. Oh man,
Green
those
Beret.
yeah,
Stop.
they
Yeah.
they're brutal to me.
Okay, let's go. Move.
Okay,
Next
okay.
topic.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. You're bringing it down.
All right. Let's see. We've been
Hold on.
What?
Janae says
Oh, okay.
probably Mariah Carey and Bone Thugs breakdown because I've listened to it usually during a breakup. LOL. Only one I could think of. I'm gonna go back and listen to that. I haven't heard that in
I
ages.
haven't heard that one in a while either. One Sweet Day, Mariah Carey and Boys II Men. I love that one, but it's not a cry song, but it's a good song.
all right. So this guy, do you think he's the jerk in here? He ended up, the title is, Am I the jerk for abandoning my family because my daughter protected my wife's affair? Do I really have to explain it?
No, yes, you do.
Okay, so the guy, he
No, yes.
realizes he thinks his world is perfect. Actually,
Mhm,
he was like,
mhm.
this did nothing came, whatever. And then he came home busted, and he just could not, like, he was heartbroken. And so his daughter comes into the picture, and she slips that she knew and has known for years that mom not faithful,
Cheating.
was not faithful. And so
Mhm.
now the father, he's angry with his wife and his daughter. And he went cold turkey. He moved out immediately, like immediately that night, moved out, and hasn't come home, and is not taking calls from his daughter. He isn't even listening to voicemail. He's blocked her completely. And his daughter's like 17 years old. So she's on the older side. But and his daughter, she was mad at mom, and but she just he didn't want to listen to her story why she kept it. And so we don't know the daughter's perspective. But yeah, so is he the jerk for abandoning his family?
I
Because
I don't think he's a jerk. I think he's entitled to his feelings. I think that if that's what he needs to do to get away from the situation, I think that eventually he does need to go back and get some closure from them, but I don't think he's a jerk. I mean, shit, your kid knew, man. And the thing about it is, it's not that mom is shitty for putting her daughter in that position.
Right.
For her daughter ever even knowing what she was doing. That's shitty. That mom's a jerk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
because she's a teenager, so
yeah.
she doesn't know really. She hasn't like really developed those type of like, hey, I need to go ahead and let dad know this type of stuff. Like mom could have been telling her, it's like, please don't do this, it'll break up the family, that type of stuff.
mm-hmm.
And so, but if the dad's not willing to listen to the daughter at that point in time, like for me, there's nothing in the world that I could do, that my kids could do, that would keep me from talking to them. It's like one of the worst for me. It's like the worst nightmare if I could not contact my daughters. There's no way that I could not talk to them.
Even
And
given this situation.
even given this situation, I would be mad. And I've always told my daughters, like, I'll be mad at you, but I'm not going to stop talking to you.
I'll
Because
shake the shit out of you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because what happened between me and mom in this situation is between me and mom. I would definitely be a little disappointed with the daughter and be like, hey, where did I go wrong? Why did you feel like you couldn't tell me this? Is there, I would kind of be internalizing as like maybe I screwed up my relationship with my daughter where she couldn't tell me something like that. And
And there
so,
definitely could be some more backstory there, right? Like there's a
right,
possibility that she told mom, break it off, or I'll tell her, and then mom lied to her, and she
right,
didn't know any more evidence of it, and so thought
right.
things
Yeah,
were
there's a whole bunch of things, but for me to cut off my kids, that is just, I don't, that's hardcore stuff, and I don't know if I could ever do that.
Yeah. But
100%.
again, I don't think he's a jerk. I just think he needs time.
He's
He needs time.
yeah, he's gonna need some time, but yeah, I don't
So
know if I'd call him 100% jerk. Yeah,
yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Sandy. I think that there's definitely some time that he needs to process, and I would hope that, like, I think it's okay to be mad at people. Doesn't make it
Totally.
right, but I think
Yeah.
it's okay, right? And I
hmm
do think that I hope that in the end he gets the reason or not, but that regardless that he can mend that relationship. Because I feel you,
He needs
Joe.
to mend the
I
relationship with his daughter.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah, yeah,
Totally
yeah.
needs
That's what I
to.
mean. Like
hmm
I
Yeah.
like, and
With the wife, olvídate. That's
oh
over.
right,
yeah,
Yeah.
get the back. I think with the kid though, like yeah, and there have been times, man. I've told my kids sometimes, I'm like, yeah, I don't like you, and they'll be like,
Yeah.
what? And I'm like, I mean, look what you. you know what I mean? And it'll be whatever the reason is. I'm like, I don't like you because when you disobey me or you don't do what you're supposed to do, it makes life harder.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
I'm
love
like,
you.
that's what I'm
That's a
saying. Yeah,
different thing.
exactly. I love you, but at this point, because you disobey, I don't like you right now, and it made me
Yeah.
mad. Okay,
right, yeah,
so I'm gonna need some time. You go to your room, and I'm not gonna yell at you or whatever. You know what I mean? So
right, yeah. Speaking of being mad, I'm back at sleep this morning. I
Yeah.
go drop off my
wait, wait,
son.
wait, wait. Back at sleep.
Back asleep. So listen. So I go drop off my son to high school. I
Okay.
come back. I go back to bed. That's how it works. Okay. So my daughter shows up, the oldest, because
Uh-huh.
she needed to pick up some things from the house. She
She didn't go grocery
she
shopping.
goes through the house, right? Exactly. She goes through the house, and then she comes out and she closes the door. But then I hear her ask her mom, "How late does Dad sleep?"
Good
But
question,
but she
sweetheart.
didn't say
Good
how late does
question.
old lazy bones. See,
Yeah.
Right.
she
Yeah.
just did.
That's what I heard. Oh, Dad's already. He's still sleeping. It's 10:30 or 11. He asked mom. Yeah, she asked mom. Was like, "So what time does he usually wake up?" She goes 10:30 or 11. And I was like, "None of your damn business when I wake up. I
Right.
wake up when I get up."
I'm part with you, Joe, and I'm part with her. I'm with her on yeah, that's late. I'm with you. I'm like, yeah, don't they ain't none of your business. You go do
Right.
you. Ain't nobody asked you to come in here.
Right.
You don't pay no bills up in
You
here
ain't got
besides
no
Right.
washing
business
me.
up
Exactly.
in
I was like,
this.
you know how I'm able to do this? Because I worked my butt off previously, getting up early and doing all this stuff. You don't see it.
You don't
Really?
You
worry
don't
about
remember
me.
all that stuff.
You worry about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's like when my kid tells me something like "must be nice," and I'm like, "You mother." Oh man, he tell me something like that. I'm like, "You don't remember Dad working 2 jobs and going to school full time, and us putting in hours?" Like, oh, oof.
Yep.
I'm like,
You know, I remember one time when my kid was saying something about that too. She was talking to me about like she was like, I know y'all do stuff, but y'all don't know how hard it is. And I'm like,
"Give me the shoe. Give me my pinche chancla." I
I
show
was like,
you.
wait a minute, say that again. And she's like, look, I get it that y'all do for us, but you don't know, like I've got no one else has to do their chores or no one else has to do this and that. And I'll be like,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I have to be like,
Yeah.
what are
That was
you?
like Cade. That was like Cade when he said, "Hey, mom, like one of my friends, I guess her parents are loaded because she's never had to work a day in her life." And I'm like, "So do you feel like you're having to work so that you can help us pay a bill, but you've been working since March and you've not paid one bill here and you've been
Ooh.
blowing your money?" But yeah, he
Mhm.
really thought that he was having to work so he could help us, even though he wasn't giving us any money. That's
What
so
kind of
weird.
messed up
Teen
backwards
Logic.
world is that?
Teen Logic. We should do a show on Teen Logic. That's what we should be like
Oh,
asking people what kind of teen logic they've heard, and just be like, we need to put the smackdown on some of these teen logic
I'm
ideas.
making a note of
Yeah.
that because I do like that, Joe.
Yeah, starting with mine. So I'm gonna do I want to do one of my stories that
Yeah, go for it. I'm done. I'm
I
done.
thought was really good. So a bridesmaid goes to pick up her dress, and her dress has been paid for by the maid of honor with the agreement that they will pay her back. Okay. So bridesmaid pays for the dresses, all the bridesmaids are just gonna pay her back. She picks it up. The lady that hands her the dress and tells her, hey, the total is $200. And the manager comes running and she says, no, these dresses are already paid for. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, wait, did you say $200 or $400? She said, it's $200. So she walks out of there and the manager verifies that it's $200. The bridesmaid speaks to the maid of honor and she says, wait a second. You said that these dresses were $400, but when I went to the store, they told me they were $200. So she said, oh, well, so what we did is we charged you extra so that we could help cover the bride's wedding dress expense. And so she goes and tells the rest of the bridesmaids, and so the other girls are furious too. And so now they want to know, should we drop out? Are we the assholes?
Yikes.
Here's the thing for me. I'm okay with that scenario if you were upfront with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way that works out okay is this. Yeah. Like there's no world that exists. Like even in the most dire situation, house burned down, obviously she can't afford it. You still let me know that that's the expectation. So I get to make that decision.
Yeah.
Right? You don't do that to me.
And $200 is already a lot for a dress. So can you imagine a $400 dress? And on top of all the festivities and expenses that are involved in being a bridesmaid. So not only are you a bridesmaid, you got to pay for your dress, you got to pay for your hair, you got to pay for your makeup, you got to pay for travel, just everything that comes with being part of the bridal party.
Now, here's the thing. So let's take this a step further, Sandy. So they say, okay, we're going to go ahead and pull out, right? Here's what I always feel like I see is people do do what should be logical, but then the world starts getting pissed with them and is like, you're overreacting. You should have just paid the $400 for her dress.
Yeah, there's no easy way out.
And it's like, why though? You know what I mean? Like they're like, it's just an extra $200.
Because now you've lost $200.
And you've lost a friendship or something like that.
But I'm like, but you're taking from your friends. So how good friends are you? You're stealing from me
without even letting us know.
Yes. Yeah. And like I say,
and we would have never found out.
Right. It would have never been none the wiser had we not had to go, one of us went to go take care of it ourselves. But in I had something. Yes, if we.
Okay.
And just with this way.
Yeah. Dude, I think it's a terrible. Like, I don't get why people do stuff like that. Like, I feel like the world, like
you hear that now more and more. Just the entitled people.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
you know what? It all started with those stupid baby reveal thing in my head.
That's what started it.
That's what did it all.
That's what started it. Hey, we got to go. It's 10 o'clock.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We've had a great show. What is this? What did I miss? This comment was a garden hoe. Who was the garden? The mother.
The mother.
What does Carrie always say? She was the bicycle. She was the neighborhood bicycle.
Oh my gosh. CPJ wasn't here tonight.
I know. Where was she? I have to get on to her.
But look, thanks, Jim Slap. I'm gonna just say Leaps because that's what I know him as.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for coming out, Miss Jams. I hope you enjoyed it, Cindy. Cynthia, make sure I reach back out to you. I'm willing to help you out.
Jams,
Joanne, thank you for cutting off your nap early to make it.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. We love you. Peace out.
Peace out. Live, laugh, and toast your bath. Good night, everybody.
Good night.